Hello dear students. Today in this Vidya Sankul, in e-learning class, we are going to start our next topic in the life process chapter in standard 10th. Before we going on to the next topic, let us discuss on the basis of the previous lecture that we have already finished. So far we have studied in this lecture that what is the different kinds of processes that will be convenient and that will be necessary to our human beings. The first four processes are the nutrition, another is the respiration, third one is the transportation, and fourth one is the excretion. If we categorize this process into the sub parts, then we can consider the nutrition will be categorized into the sub parts as well as it will be come in a autotrophic nutrition, and another will be comes is the heterotrophic nutrition. Already we have seen in the previous lecture that what is the autotrophic nutrition. In the autotrophic nutrition process, in which the organisms or the plants or the animals or the those who have create their own foods, those organisms which create their own food, we can say that it doing an autotrophic nutrition process. For that they need a sufficient amount of energy. For that they need a sufficient amount of gas, and for that they need a sufficient amount of water. Afterwards they can do the process of autotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition also we have seen the example regarding that. We have categorized the example as the plants, so we can consider as the plant will do the autotrophic nutrition process. Afterwards we have seen that what is the heterotrophic nutrition, in which we have seen these three parts of the heterotrophic nutrition, in which we have seen there are the three sub parts or the subcategories of the heterotrophic nutrition. The first part will be categorized as the heterotrophic nutrition, will be called as the holozoic nutrition, afterwards the saprophytic nutrition, and third one is the parasitic nutrition. In saprophytic nutrition we can say that in these process the organism which are dependent on dead or decaying bodies will be considered in the saprophytic nutrition. In the parasitic nutrition we can say that the organism which are dependent on the host without killing them. Okay, so we can say that they are doing the parasitic nutrition. And in the last one, if the organism break down the food into the sum of the molecules, and afterwards if they create the some amount of energy, then these types of whole conversions process will be considered in the holozoic nutrition. And we have seen that what are the organisms that do the saprophytic nutrition process. Also we have seen that what are the organisms that do the parasitic nutrition process, and in the holozoic nutrition we have considered ourselves into that. Okay, in the holozoic nutrition we have to see about the two kinds of digestion system, and that will be the first one will be considered as a single cellular digestive system, and another thing that will be we have to study about is called as the multicellular digestive system. In the single cellular digestive system we have to study about the amoeba's digestion system. Okay, in today's lecture we are going to begin that how the amoeba will create its digestive system and how they will do the distribution of the food in that own bodies. Okay, so we are begin that lecture. Okay, as you can see that all the topics that I have revised you we have already finished. Now we'll begin the next topic regarding the amoeba. As you can see on the screen, this is the nutrition in the amoeba. So first of all, what is amoeba? Amoeba is the thing that we can consider is in an organism like us, like bacteria, like viruses, like fungi, like lichens. These are all the things that we can consider it in a organism. So like that, this amoeba is also a single cellular organism. So it means that it have only one cell in their body. So we can consider it in the single cellular organism. Like that, the also another single cellular organism which can be considered is the paramecium. Okay, they also have the single cell. So like that we have to consider them into the unicellular organism. Amoeba is the unicellular organism, and they most probably do the whole digestion process in the 4 stages. I am going to first explain you that 4 stages of the process in the digestive system, and afterwards we will be starting to doing from the presentation. Okay, we'll begin that from the digestive from the representation, that how can we do the digestive system in amoeba. Digestion So first of all, what is amoeba? So we can say that it has a no fixed shape or no fixed structure in their body. So if you want to draw the amoeba, you can draw it very easily. This is the amoeba. Okay, it has consists the cell. This is the cell. Okay. See, this is one thing you have to draw very carefully because it is a cell and this is the much required. It is not the nucleus, it is a cell. And if the cell is not present, the thing will be not living at all. So for you, you have to signify that it is a living thing. And for signifying that this is the living thing, you need to give them a cell. Without the cell, anybody cannot live at all. Okay. So this is the amoeba. Okay, you can draw whatever the structure you want to draw, and afterwards we can say that they are doing the process into the 4 stages. The 4 stages will be considered as the first stage of the digestion in amoeba. We can say that the process will be begin with the ingestion process. The first process amoeba do in the digestive system is called as the ingestion. Second one is the digestion. The third process they do, as we can say that it is an assimilation or absorption. And last process they do is called as the egestion. See, here you can see that there are 2 names that are like similar to each other. The first one is the egestion and the fourth one is the egestion. You have to pronounce very carefully that it will be called as the ingestion. Here the N is present and that's why you have to pronounce it properly, and that will be called as the ingestion. And the fourth process you have to call it called is egestion. Okay. We will begin the first process in what happened during the first step of the digestion in the amoeba. We can say that if we want to do the digestion process in our system, then what should we do first step? What are the first step in our human beings? Okay, if we want to eat the food, what should we do first? We have to do the taking the food from the dish. And how can we take the food from the dish? So we can take the food from the dish by using the hand. Okay, if we don't use the hand, we cannot take the food. Without taking the food from the hand, we cannot eat that. Like we are not the animals, so we don't throw ourselves into the dish. Okay, we are not throwing ourselves to the dish. So for that reason, we have to eat it with our hand. So like that, the amoeba is also create the artificial hand in that. Okay, we'll draw the artificial hand that created. Okay, first what we need to do, that amoeba needs to digest or needs to eat something. So it requires the food particle. See, this is the food particle that it requires. Now afterwards what it does, that it takes the food inwards in their body. And how it take that food into their bodies? They create the artificial hand like that. See, like that they create the artificial hand to intake the food particle inside their bodies. And this artificial hand, you can see it here, that it created the artificial hand to take the food inside their body. And this artificial hand will be considered or will be called as the pseudopodia. Okay, we can say that what it gives the name, that it called as a pseudopodia. So in the first step, you can say that in the ingestion process, what happened during the ingestion process, the amoeba creates the artificial hand and it takes the food inside their body. The artificial or the projected like fingers is called as the pseudopodia. Okay. Now we'll go to the second process. That will be known as the digestion process. In the digestion process, what happened during this digestion process? We can say that here now food comes inside the body of the amoeba. Okay, we can say that it takes now food inside the body. Okay, now food particle will be inside the body of the amoeba, and the breakdown of the food particles will be happen during the digestion process. Now what is the breakdown of the food? We can say that the food consists the lots of substance in it. There like we can say that while we are eating the food, there are lots of substance will be present into the food. For we can say that it is a protein, carbohydrate, lipids, fats. These are all the things that will be present into the food. So like that wise we can say that the food particle that will consist within the amoeba is also has the lots of substance into it for growing the body of amoeba, for the digestion, for the maintain of the body. So lots of substance are present into the food particle. So now in the digestion process, the food particles starting to get breakdown from the each other's molecule. Okay, so for we can say that if it has a protein, it will get separated, it will get distributed, it will get breakdown into some molecule. Afterwards we can say that it has a fat, so fat starting to get a breakdown from the food particle. So all the things from the food will be starting to break down from the main particle. Okay, and in the third process, now what happened during the third process, the food particles whole substances created from it will get distributed to wherever it needed. Okay, in the third process, it means assimilation or the absorption will create the process like in which what happened, that whole the breakdown substance will be created during the digestion will now gets distributed to wherever they needed. Okay, it means if the protein are created, it goes to the protein where it needed. If it created the fats, it will goes to the fats section. If it created the lipids, it goes to the lipid section. Okay, like that wise we can say that it will happen the third process, it will be called as the absorption. And in the last process, it is called as the egestion. Now what is the egestion? In egestion's process we can say that afterwards what happened during what happened when we eat our whole food, what should we do in our body, what happened during the whole digestion process in our body after we eating all the food in the our digestive system. So lots of kind of waste will be produced during the digestive system. Okay, now what should we have to do? We have to throw the waste material outside our body. In our body there is a two kinds of waste material will be produced. The first waste material is produced will be called as the water, another that will be solid. So water gets removed from our body by urine or by sweat. Okay, and like that they in the digestions of the amoeba, or we can say the digestion in the unicellular organism, there is also a waste material will be produced. And how this waste material will removed from the body, this process will become in the fourth section, and that will be known as the egestion. Okay, egestion means it is a part of the excretion system, and excretion system gives the significance to us that removal of the waste material from the body. Okay, I hope that you all have understand that 4 steps of digestion in the amoeba. You have to draw the 4 figures regarding the amoeba. I have drawn only 3 figures regarding that. If you want to draw the 4 figure, that will be come in your textbook. So from that you can draw the whole 4 layers of the diagram from that. Okay, so I hope you all have understand. In the board examination, the question will be asked like 3 steps. Board examination. The question sometime will be asked as explain unicellular nutrition. So in that you have to also write about the amoeba's digestion. Another that question will be asked like is explain digestion in amoeba. And into the third point, or we can say that whatever if they want to ask, they can ask us that what happened during the nutrition in single cell organism. See, these are the things that you have to consider for the board preparation or the board examination. Now I am going to give you a 3 seconds of time so that you can take a screenshot if you want to take the screenshot, and if you want to draw, you can draw it on your fair book, and these 3 questions will be asked from the 1 point, and that will be the digestion in the amoeba. Okay. Another time I will repeat the whole process. In the ingestion process, the amoeba intakes the food by creating the artificial hand, and the artificial hand or the projected like fingers, that will be called as the pseudopodia. During the ingestion process, that happens. In the digestion, they will start to break down the food particle, and after in the assimilation or the absorption, that the whatever the particle gets during the digestion will be get distributed into the whole body of the amoeba, and in the last process, afterwards, the whatever the amount of waste material is produced, it will get removed from the body. And so these types of thing will be happen during the 4 process. Now giving you a 3 seconds of time so that you can take the screenshot from here. Okay, and afterwards we will start our next topic, and that will be called as the digestion in the human being. Okay. Okay, now I am going to erase that, and afterwards we will start the digestion in the multicellular organism, or we can say that digestion in the human being, and that is the most important topic in this chapter, because sometimes this question will be asked in the 4 marks, sometimes this question will be asked in the 2 marks. Okay, because it contains the lots of thing into that. Okay, so we are going to see the only first stage in the digestive system. In the next lecture, we are going to see the second stage and the third stage of the digestion in human being. So before we starting the topic regarding the digestion in the human being, I am going to show you the process that we have already finished, and that is here, that the food particle takes it here. Okay, they created the pseudopodia, they take the food inside, after the digestion will be happened, and then distribution will happen, and afterwards they remove the waste material from the body. So this 4 process you need to write, and it will give you a full marks regarding that. Okay, we'll begin the nutrition in human beings. So generally it consists the mainly 7 parts into the digestion in our human being, and that will be come in the next topic. So first we look at what happened during the nutrition in human being. Nutrition in human being takes place in the digestive system. It consists the alimentary canal. Now what is the alimentary canal? So first point we need to discuss is that what is the alimentary canal. So in our digestive system, the digestion begins from our mouth and it goes to the anus. So our whole system from the mouth to anus will be called as the alimentary canal. And the glands which produce enzyme which break down the food into the smaller molecule. Now what is the glands? We can say that the glands is a kind of an office which creates the material of material for the helping to digestion take place in our body. So glands are the office in which the employees are working. And what are the employees? They are called as the amylase, or maybe we called as the enzymes. Okay, into the gland there are so many enzymes are created. Like our gland is our mouth, or in the mouth the salivary gland is present, which created the salivary amylase. It is also called as the salivary enzymes. Okay, which helps in the our digestion system. So that glands are, lots of glands are present in our body. In our brain there is a pituitary gland is also present. In our mouth there is a salivary gland present. In our throat or in our stomach is a kind of a stomach has also even on glands, and that will be gastric gland. So we have to see about that in the next lecture, in the next topic, which produces enzyme which break down the food into the smaller molecule. The main organs of the digestive system are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. These are the 7 parts that we are going to discuss here, and afterwards we will see only 3 parts digestion in today's lecture. That will be mouth, esophagus, and stomach. Okay, that we are going to see in today's lecture, and after I am going to show you that what is the digestion and what are the parts that are here You can see it here in the figure. You can see that the first part is here. I am going to write that the first part of the digestion is here. Is will be mouth. Another part that is present here, it will be called as the food pipe or esophagus. We can say that easy language is food pipe. Okay. This is the third part that will be called as the liver. Here it is the stomach. Here you can see that it is an pancreas. This is the small intestine. Here the red one, the smaller one looks like, it will be called as the small intestine. Here the green you can see is will be called as the large intestine. And here you can see the anus or see, these are the steps to do the digestion in the human being. So these are main 7 parts. Mouth, food pipe, liver and pancreas will be considered in a one part. After that, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus. These are the 7 parts, and we are going to see the 3 parts of the digestion in today's lecture. And that will be mouth, food pipe and the stomach. What happened during the digestion in the 3, mouth, food pipe and the stomach. Afterwards we will see the whole parts in the next lecture. Okay. Another figure that I am going to show you that consists the digestive system is that. Okay. There is the I have already written here, so you cannot consider it in due to this figure because it has a different types of part. Okay. So we'll take a note and we will make the first point as that parts of digestive system in human being, and that will be first part is mouth, the second we know as the food pipe or esophagus, the third one is known as the stomach. I have already told you that you have to consider the liver and pancreas part into one. Fifth part is considered as the small intestine. Sixth part you have to consider the large intestine. And into the 7th part you can consider the anus. Okay, these are the 7 parts in the digestive system. Okay, now I am going to explain you that 3 parts digestion happen during the our nutrition process in our multicellular organism. Okay. So the digestion begins in the mouth. Now what happened in the mouth process? During the digestion of food particle into our mouth, the first process starts from our teeth. The teeth will break down the foods into the smaller molecule. So first process is started from the teeth. You can memorize that. Teeth break down the food into the smaller molecule. Now afterwards the teeth will break down the food into the smaller molecule, and then what happened during the next step? The food will gets mixed with our saliva. Saliva, it creates the liquid form of our food. Without creating the liquid form of our food, it cannot be digested. So we have to create the liquid form of our solid food, because we eating this lots of fast food and we eating the lots of hard food in our mouth. So first of all we have to break down, and we are break down with our teeth. Without using the teeth we cannot break down it. And now afterwards what we have to do, that we have to mix the liquid with that, and this liquid, we can say that the liquid in our mouth will be called as the saliva, and this saliva gets mixed with the food. And how this saliva is produced? The saliva gets mixed with food. Okay, now saliva is secreted. It means it produced from where? Like we cannot say that the saliva present from our mouth continuously. It needs the salivary glands. I have already said you that what is the gland? A gland is kind of an office in which the employees are working. So office created the employees, and employees are doing the sum of the works. Now the glands are the thing that create the substance, and the substance will help in our digestive system. So what are the glands? We can say that saliva is secreted in the salivary glands. Saliva is secreted in salivary glands. Okay, these are the 3 points, and salivary glands contains the salivary amylase, which are presented into saliva. Salivary gland has salivary amylase. These are the 4 points. Now I am going to highlight the point that so far that you can memorize, that the teeth, okay, into break down the food into the smaller molecules, and saliva gets mixed with the food. Okay, afterwards you can memorize saliva is produced from where? So it produced from the salivary glands, and afterwards salivary glands has salivary amylase. So that you can make the notes from that, and afterwards you can write it into the examination. Okay, now another part that will happen during the digestion in our human being, and that will be the food pipe. What happened during the digestion in food pipe? Okay, we are going to discuss that. So food pipe doesn't do any kind of digestion in our human being. Food pipe doesn't do any kind of digestion in our human being. It only transport food from mouth to the stomach. So we can easily memorize that it transport food from mouth to stomach. No kind of digestion process happening in the food pipe step. So it contains only one point, and that you have to memorize, that it transport the food. And where it transport? So from mouth to stomach it will transport the food. Okay, without the pipe we cannot transport anything. If we want to transport the water material, we have to do the pipeline fitting. Okay, without pipeline fitting we cannot transport the water in our home also. Okay. And in the third part, now this is the important and very very important, that third point will be digestion in the stomach. What happened during the digestion in the stomach? So stomach has, first of all, the first point, the stomach has the gland which called as the intestinal gland. Okay, it has a intestinal gland, in which there are two kinds of enzyme will be produced, and those two kinds of enzymes are mucus and pepsin. Now what happened in the mucus and what happened in the pepsin? Okay, so mucus and the pepsin. In the pepsin it creates the hydrochloric acid. It creates HCl in stomach, so that food gets digested very easily, because acid contains the lots of amount of concentric acid contains the lots of amount, but it creates the dilute acid in our stomach, so that the digestion will happen in fastly. Okay. Now if the digestion will occur and the digestion in the hydrochloric acid gets more amount in the body, so the acidity will be created in our body. So for reducing the acidity that created in our body, we have to do the protection, and the protection will be given from the mucus enzyme. Okay, it gives the protection in our stomach. Okay, so these are the things that will happen during the digestion in the mouth, food pipe and stomach. Okay, all the points I have discussed you is very easy. We'll revise the 3 topics. In the mouth, the first of all digestion start with the teeth. Teeth break down the food into the smaller molecule. Afterwards the saliva gets mixed with the food. Where is the saliva came from? It came from the salivary glands, in which the salivary amylase is present. Now what happened during the second stage of the digestion? In the digestion of the second stage, it creates the food pipe, and in the food pipe no digestion take place at all. The food will transport from the mouth to stomach. And in the last part, the stomach has the intestinal gland. In the intestinal gland, it created the 2 kinds of enzyme, and that will be mucus and the pepsin. In the pepsin, it creates the hydrochloric acid in the stomach, while in the mucus it protects the stomach from the hydrochloric acid. If the more amount of hydrochloric acid will be produced during the digestion in the pepsin, then we need a protection in our body, and that protection will be given by the mucus. So mucus has a thin wall layer in surrounding our wall, and that will protect our stomach. So these are the things that will happen during the 3 digestion system. So first food will goes to the mouth, afterwards food pipe to stomach, and after the stomach it will goes to the liver, pancreas, and afterwards goes to the small intestine, liver in pancreas, and then into the large intestine. We will see into the next lecture. Okay, so we can say that this 3 point will be called as the first stage of digestion. 1, 2 and 3 you need to write in the first stage of digestion. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for reading this lecture. If you had any kind of doubt, you can ask me personally on my WhatsApp number. Okay, till then, bye bye everyone, and take care of yourself.